Welcome, Aquarius. Action, momentum, and dedication here with our fixed sign placement. Pluto, regeneration, rebirth, and transformation here. There is a lunar T-square happening between the moon, opposite Pluto, and Aquarius, okay? So this does show that there will be a vulnerability, even perhaps being able to be manipulated by people who have their own interest in mind. Got one more. Eros. A lot of desire with your honey here. A lot of key. Through the pain, there has been healing. There could be a relationship here where there could have been perhaps just a little bit of trauma bonding you had to overcome. And this relationship is blooming. It is beautiful. I'm seeing a lot of romantic vibes coming through. And very, very eroticism. Could be a lot of the energy flowing through a lot of you. Not very confusing. My second really good reading today. But overall, there's an inner spark and a devotion to someone in particular, but you're losing that spark. Very sexy relationship, but at the same time, it's lacking something. It's almost like you just don't know what it is. I mean, you can't quite put your finger on why there is a lack of connection when you have sacrificed so much. Now, that's that old Gemini Lilith energy. There is an amulet that you can give your man, or if you're a man, you can pick up to ward off the Lilith energy. Now, there is jealousy leads to vengeance. Sometimes it can even hold back the ones that you love. You can be the one that's holding people back because you just don't feel, you know. So consider staying away from anyone who's like energy draining you at this time, because they just might have that, like, know that you don't have that inner spark at this time. And Aquarius, just be jealous of everything that you have and say something to kind of knock you off your to get you to kind of escapism, to deal with your emotions and set you in disharmony. This Uranus and Mercury retrograde in Taurus, it's a volatile energy. In a fixed sign placement here, and with Pluto here, the vulnerability can have people act certain ways and say things to pretty much, it's just really out of character. It's not in good spirit. It's a very negative way to manipulate someone. There's sometimes seeking counsel from trusted people about a situation of why you can't maybe give somebody what they want or need. I don't know. But they're just someone that you can trust and talk to about whatever you're going through. But there's going to be some kind of transformation Pluto is bringing in for you. This is going to allow you to be a little bit more romantic, maybe more in touch with your feelings, but we don't need it to go any kind of negative to where these emotions are all balled up and they come out very negatively to the one that you love, that you're devoted to. Now that will definitely end the inner spark there. Disconnect, withdrawal, reception. Yes. This will sever it all. There's muddled energy throughout all the signs going into May. There's going to be a whole lot of rebirth, pretty much, that's going to need to happen here. If you have a lot of earth in your chart, which could be Capricorn in your chart, you could be very attractive and even attracting those around you, partnerships as well, because you're very pragmatic, grounded, have an enduring energy. That is that old Mother Gaia in Capricorn, disciplined. So I feel like you have something that you can show others on how to control your emotions. So I feel like you're very much needed since this super moon. Intimacy, luminosity, hyper awareness here. You're able to be very flexible, adaptable. But that North Node could be in Leo with that opposition happening. You know, there might be a surrendering that needs to take place versus going off on your own, like, like this isn't for me no more, I'm just gonna go do my own thing. And you gotta give it some time. Maybe sometimes it's easier to just obey and do what you gotta do, and that it's going to be on you to make a choice, on what you want to do. And just like with any other sign right now, and every other reading, I've also said, at least until May 1st through the 7th, be sure to be closing out projects before you start anything new. You don't want to pay the piper later by things building up, and you just don't want things, all the small things, to add up. Nurturing, patience, and refinement, I feel like it's here in reverse with Venus here. So first house, Aries energy. Enduring, pragmatic. I feel as if there's any kind of conflictive energy, that I definitely feel like there could be some kind of conflictive energy that's going to be around you. Overall, you're going to need to make sure that you have all your facts right. Don't go, making 100% grounded decisions without complete details or on assumption. That Taurus energy. There's something here that is very apparent about partnerships right now. And I definitely feel like there is a lot of luck that is coming in for you. Make sure you're just not being manipulated by anyone. If you are connected to an Aries, I'm feeling your presence, your body, these kind of things. Very, very charming, and man, good times catching up, partnerships here, communication. But try to stay calm through any kind of emotional break that someone else is having around you, and don't let them energy dump on you. First off, if you're trying to leave a relationship, in my next reading, I'm going to further jump into relationships and just kind of find out what is actually coming at you, Aquarius. And we'll go from couples to singles and just kind of find out logic from, from emotion as well, and find out what can set you on a better path as far as work and finances go. So if this reading helped, be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, Aquarius. It may be hard to take firm action, but through these confusing vibes, everything will actually make so much sense. So much sense. It's almost just like laid out for you. You don't even have to really use your intuition too much, because it's already like you passed the SMART test. Aquarius, thank you so much.